All right. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. All right, we're cool. I think. I think we're fine. All right. I'll just get right to it. Oh, that was quick. Shut up, mid-kill. Here's my upload. That's the first thing that anyone's going to say. Your motherfucker. Okay, that's pretty funny. Your uploads are, they're around. I'll tell you that. They're around. I cooked one, and it's cooking for sure. It's cooking so long that it came out yesterday. You prick. All right. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a restart on the very first go. I don't know. Let's see. Do we start with the suicide right off the get? Yeah. Not nearly enough food. Oh well. Yep, 10 minutes and 3 seconds. That's what Raptor 410 was able to pull off with video proof. And I have not been able to beat... I haven't been really running. I kind of wanted to do a stream last weekend, but then I was super busy and exhausted. It just kind of... I decided it wasn't really worth it. But here I am now. To give it another shot. Because I think I can beat it. Encoding overloaded. What's going on here? Alright, we're good. Man, I thought I'd be finding water a little quicker for drowning myself. Yeah, 10 minutes and 3 seconds is pretty good. But, it's gonna at least require me to get a good spawn to try that. Well, Kip, what Hypsi used to do was it always spawned full grown. They were pretty unfair to it because the argument was that it grew so fast, they just spawned you in full grown. And if you wanted to actually grow a Hypsi, you'd have to get nested. And it was like that for a very long time. Yeah, it was like that for a long time. But I was, oops, gotta reset that. Definitely didn't make it. I was always a big fan of letting it grow, and they eventually did. They let it grow, just like that DreamWorks song. This is probably also a restart. Yep. Definitely also a reset. Might as well run a little quicker to do it. The 5%. Hypsi's better being able to grow anyways. Because it really doesn't take all that long, and it allows for opportunities like this. Where you can have a few people try and grow it as quick as possible because it can actually grow in a very palatable amount of time. I think this cliff will do it. I think this cliff will do it. Oh yeah, this cliff ought to do it. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Oh boy. I'm just gonna have to drown myself the old-fashioned way. A real pain in my butt. Is the stream looking good for any of you guys? By the way, I messed with some of my settings, so I'm curious if it's working out on your guys' end. Because before I went live, when I was tweaking it, it was not doing well for a little bit there. But it seems like it's doing fine right now. Awesome. Thanks, Kip. Good ol' Drowninator. Be nice if that was over here. It'd eat me quicker and I could drown. Or maybe not. Maybe I actually hit 0 stam. Oh, you met me on Packy? Packy's always a good time, too. I think Packy's real fun. I know there's a lot of Packy haters. There's a lot of EB, let me see. Trying to remember. I bounce between things a lot. Generally, when I'm playing on my own, if I die, I pretty much just respawn as something different. Just to freshen things up, keep things different. I don't often spawn the same thing twice in a row. So I'm trying to remember. My memory is a little goldfish-esque. Offhand, not sure where this is. Oh, I spawned in like the same spot. Suboptimal. Starting off strong with 4 resets. Or 3 resets, I guess. Except they're not even particularly fast ones. Man, that patrol zone spawned so fast. If it spawned on top of me, this might have been a chance. But I don't think they spawn up here. Well, no, it's a really good PZ spawn, but it's not good enough to be in the running for where the record's at right now. So, what I'm kind of looking at here, because Raptor really kind of had a really good run. So if I don't know how to link it while I'm playing here, but Raptor 410, he got 10 minutes and 3 seconds. He got a South Plain spawn, and he got into the sanctuary pretty decently quick, and the patrol zone came up decently quick for him. So the time to beat that time, I'm pretty much gonna have to spawn on a patrol zone and have some good like food spawns to go with it, or I'm going to have to get a South Plain spawn that's better than the one he got, and get a better mushroom spawns, and have the patrol zone spawn at roughly the same time. I mean, quicker would be better, but that's kind of the bare minimum I'm going to need here to compete. And, you know, ideally nothing kill me. Oh, you're joking. Alright, back to drowning it is. I'm glad you like that one. See, I love playing Galley, too. Galley's so fun to play. It's so ridiculous. It is such a ridiculous creature. Taking the bleed off it made it way less strong than it used to be, but it's still very, very strong. You can witness me kicking a full-grown Dilo to death in my most recent Galley video when I wasn't even full-grown. Yeah, Galley gang. We call ourselves the Flock. Honestly, that's probably what I'll play next. I'm play Galley in a moment. my personal challenge with Galley is always not killing myself from being a little too cocky. Because you go so fast, you live so long, you get the idea in your head that you can do whatever you want. And sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Oh yeah, Galley has so many kicking animations. It's really great. I always love seeing, like, in the official Isle Discord when people complain about Galleys being aggressive, like kicking juveniles and stuff. It's like, dude, they gave it 1 billion fucking kick animations for a reason. it's gonna kick the small things. It's what it does. It's what it was built for. You can't deny it its purpose. Oh, this is another bad spawn. But I can at least kill myself kind of quick here. Yeah, it simulates the Juvie Rex game. Well, kind of. It really does, because it's apparently going to be just about as fast as the Juvie Rex for some godforsaken reason. And it's pretty good at killing things. So yeah, I guess it really is just a Juvie Rex. Except it could also graze. Oh wait, no it can't. Can it graze? I don't think I've ever really tried. I feel like you can. Can I drown myself in mud? If I let myself, like, sink down into it? Am I too light to sink into it? Yeah, okay. See, and it can graze, so it really is just, if you want the Juvie Rex experience before the Horde test, there you go. And it is true, that guy is Oingo Boingo. I can confirm it. I stole his identity. Switched the email address on his channel and locked him out. Right. I thought there was water this way. Oh, there is. It's just kind of far. Oh my gosh, there's another Hypsi. Poor guy probably just thought he found a friend. They... See, the swamp update was supposed to fix it, wasn't it? Wasn't that what they were saying? Like, oh, we're gonna fix the swamp when they made it way bigger and they changed the layout of it. That's what they said. They said they were going to fix it. But they didn't really fix it, did they? Because the food spawns for herbivores are still completely busted. Yeah, the fish spawns got busted. The player spawns, I guess those didn't really change. Those don't really matter too much. But the actual layout of it, yeah, the floating rocks, the floating trees... it's still incredibly difficult to navigate, like, by sight alone. Like, you really kind of have to understand the compass. Ooh, eggs. Oh, no. I almost fell for that. This is a speedrun stream. No, swamp is... It looks good, but it kind of just really sucks to play in there, man. I mean, it's also... Once you're, like, grown, and you don't, like... have the pressures of trying to find food and stuff. Like if you like grow up as a Serato or something and you go down there to screw around the swamp, it's not so bad. But you're also just not going to find that much food because AI spawns are busted, Herbie food spawns are busted, so that reduces how many players are even there to begin with. And then there's always the chance that there's just a full-grown dino lurking somewhere in there for God knows why, and then you get got. Wow, this is also a horrendous spawn. And this spawn didn't even have the courtesy of being somewhere I could kill myself easily. 5 attempts and I haven't got a single South Plains spawn. There's only 4 places I could spawn. You'd think it'd be a 25% chance. I think maybe I can kill myself off of this. Oh yeah, just getting into swamp, navigating it, leaving it if you actually grew up there, like if you're a dino, because it's like one of your 3 spawns. Just leaving the swamp is a pain in the ass. Oh, man, wouldn't that be nice? I feel like 4 in a row would be enough that I could maybe get this record, man. Oh, can I make that? I think I can. Surely in 4 spawns I could... Oh, I did not release the spacebar in time. And this is why killing myself is going to take so long. It does know I want it. So when I was the first time I streamed, and when I was just doing my first attempts before I started streaming it, I got South Plains spawns a decent amount of the time. I'd even get it multiple times in a row sometimes. It's just like the last time I got what? I ran for several hours. I think I did like 40 attempts, and I only got 4 spawns there, which is really brutal because there's only 4 possible spawns. So you'd think 1 in 4, 25% chance. I'm getting it on like a 10% chance. All right, I'm just gonna have to kind of guess here. I can't really see the edge that well. Just gonna. Whoop. I once again did not spacebar in time because I can't see. All right. Oh no, this record is totally beatable, but it's a very good record. It's not one that can be beaten easily, but it is beatable. I could definitely do it. I just need to actually have the opportunity here. You know, why am I not starving this whole time? I thought I'd kill myself a little quicker. I should just be starving myself. Okay, surely that does it. No. Okay. Alright, that's fair. That's fine. Oh, you know what? I know one cliff that'll do it for sure. No slope, no nothing. I should have just went this way in the first place. Yeah, see, all I just need to do is get that South Plains spawn. A decent one, because you can... The South Plains spawn for Hypsi can actually go pretty far away from the sanctuary. And that's... At that point, when you're this small and you run this slow, that just because you got South Plains doesn't mean you even have a chance at this record that we currently have right now. You need to have one that's kind of like on the near side by that road that goes behind South Plains, or one that's like right up on the river but closer to the waterfall. And supposedly there's some spawns that put you right on that cliff above the sanctuary. That's best case scenario. If I got a spawn there and I didn't get screwed by the mushroom spawns and the patrol zone spawn, I would demolish that world record. I think I could get under 10 minutes. I think any good spawn, I think I could pretty reasonably get under 10 minutes. Man, can you guys see anything? I can't. Like, even if I, like, stopped and, like, turned up my gamma or something, I don't think that'd help you guys out at all. We're just kind of running blind here. I think I'm going where I was intending to go. Because, like, there's this little path up here. And then I go up. It's like I'm hitting something. Like little cliff edge up over here. Jesus. I do need to see the edge though, so I can actually like fling myself off of it. Good lord. Hypsi is ultimate survival dino. In fact, oh, there's the edge. Okay. In fact, I wouldn't even be starving at all if I didn't spit. Oh. I goofed. Oh, it didn't break my legs. That means I can do it again. I sure wish I could at least see what I was doing. It's gonna be a 6-minute restart. Good lord. Or reset, whatever the term is. Whatever the nerd. Oh, I'm stuck in the tree. Let me out, god damn it. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hit the slightest slope at the very end and all that fall damage went away. If I starve to death right before I kill myself. I talked too much trash there. It's a 7-minute reset. Ugh. Legacy fall damage is hilarious. I love it. But like, I love it in a very, I actually hate it kind of way. Oh. Oh. Okay. That was a little strange. Okay, surely. There we go. Legacy fall damage is comical. I'd be constantly, especially I'd like play Serato a lot on Legacy. And you'd just be running in the forest, la-da-da, you know, going through the jungle. And you just go off of like this little rock. Itty-bitty thing. And it just makes you do the fall animation for like a split second. And you break your leg. Constantly. Just running in a forest was like risking everything. Well, I got the South Plain spawn, not quite as close as I hoped. See, if I got a spawn over there, it'd be a lot more in the running. But we'll play it out. We'll play it out and we'll see. Because maybe I can luck out with a patrol zone spawn. If I'm going to beat the record on this run, it's going to be very, very tight. Of course, there's also just the chance that one of these assholes kills me. Oh, but there's other herbivores here. Surely I'm fine. I think I'll get a decent run here, but I don't know. This is going to be a bit of a tough one for a world record. I would have liked to spawn a little bit closer. I think what could pull it back would be like a... Oh, it gives less than 1%. You would be surprised how often people kill Hypsies just to kill them. Yeah, honestly, it's a lot of the smalls too, like Pteranodons and Juvies in general. Because they'll definitely just kill them for funsies. Baby Hypsy would give a fraction of a percent. I mean, gosh, 1 kilogram? Good lord. Oh, but you know, that does sound... It does sound like there's a fucking Juvie Omni in the sanctuary right now. Okay. So, my chances here... If there's some mushrooms right here, I might have a good chance. Oh, no, no, no. Ooh, this is a little not optimal. That's a little bit suboptimal here, guys. Oh, none of the convenient mushroom spawns have it. I do not think that this is going to be a world record run. But we'll find out, we'll find out. Yeah, it's really not Aura. My general rule is unless I am starving or they're being intensely annoying, I kind of leave like the little guys alone. There's generally not a whole lot of benefit to it. Except maybe it's like Troodon, because Troodon's got a really small stomach. So even if you're not really starving, they can fill you up pretty nice. But even then, it's still kind of like a... not a dick move, obviously, you're just playing the game. But definitely feels like a... feels like killing a unicorn, you know? Like, yeah, you might have killed it because you were hungry. But you still kind of killed the unicorn. Like this Juvie Omni that's above me, he's probably going to kill me. If he finds me. And I won't give him anything. See, if I was a full-grown Hypsi, I'd at least give him something. Not much, but something. Juvie Carno too. Very cool. I'm sure I'm fine. Nope. See, that's another one. The pigs. Those do not discriminate. Yeah, I'll peck him to death, alright. I've killed some, I've killed a couple small juvies at Hypsi. I have. I don't think that's going to happen as a juvie Hypsi, though. I don't think juvie Hypsi is capable of killing anything except AI that don't run from it. Hell yeah. I think the biggest thing I've killed as a Hypsi was like a fresh spawn Carno. Like it was already kind of like beat from something. It's like I could already see that it was hurt, and I spit in its eyes and pecked it a bunch of times and I got it. This is a little awkward. Whatever that was. Leave me alone, Carno. Leave me alone, Omni. No! Leave me alone. Your turn. Carno, save me! The Carno did not save me. That probably wasn't going to be a winning run anyways. I like how it 2 called me first. Really sold it. Yeah, Hypsi's bite force is only 2. And that's when it's full grown. I don't know where this is. Oh! Unusual spawn. I can kill myself very quickly here, though. So I'm not going to complain too much. But this is a very unusual spawn. In fact, when I streamed last time, I did 40 runs, or I think 40 even. I don't think I spawned here a single time last time. It just wasn't even on my mental radar that I could spawn here. Good old water access. I get absolutely nothing for it, but, you know, it's interesting regardless. There we go. The 1-minute suicide. That's kind of quick. Should have suicide speedruns. We try some more. Okay. East Plains? Or whatever you call it now. No, swamp. Now this is going to be a quicker suicide. IRL babies try suicide speedruns. Yeah, but not like intentionally. I wonder how that Hypsi I heard at the swamp is doing now. I wonder what shenanigans they're up to, what adventures they've gotten into. Ah, the ominous black box underneath swamp. You'd love to see it. Less than a minute for that suicide. That's impressive. If anything, I'll have one impressive run tonight, just not the kind I was looking for. Already a bad sign here. Yep, swamp. See, you don't want to hear the taco. Is it the mud again? Yeah. Because tacos don't spawn at South Plains. I probably should have just ran around it. Oh well. Well, see, that's another funny thing is running back to how swamps fucked up. If swamps food spawns worked, swamp would be an absolute contender for this run because you can spawn inside migration zones and patrol zones for your swamp spawns, but there ain't no food. They could be audible from South Plains, but not from the South Plains spawns. Because the South Plains spawns are kind of on the north side. So if you ever hear tacos, you know that you're not at South Plains. Even if you can't see shit because it's dark. You know, I wonder about that. Because you can kind of corral the AI. Maybe somebody could just run a taco all the way to South Plains up from the mudflats. There'd be no, like, benefit to doing that, but it'd be kind of funny. Wow, swamp 3 times in a row. Very impressive. This one's also going to be a contender for the quickest suicide. Whoa, that was an interesting little rubber band. Come on. So small I can't even get my head above the water to scream. There we go. It's so dark I can't even find the black box. 53-second suicide or so. See if you guys can beat that. You know, funny enough, you can beat that. Because if you get the the jungle spawn, you can get spawned right up by that cliff. And you could probably, if you're lucky, kill yourself in like 20 seconds or less. Especially if you're playing something faster, like a little Carno or something. Wow, 4 times in a row. I wonder what the game's logic is for determining where you spawn. Is there not, like, any closer water? No? Okay. Hello. The Quetzalcoatlus. Oh my gosh. It's a funny word to say out loud, but I butchered it. Quetzalcoatlus lover. Well, actually, you kind of also misspelled it a little bit, but that's okay. I have no stones to throw when it comes to spelling and pronunciation. That's the sad part about Swamp, isn't it? It's such a good-looking place. Just a shame that it doesn't function that well, and so people don't like to be there. Like, doesn't this look like a cool little lake, you know? But there ain't nobody in it but me. And again we go. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? Ooh, now this might be it for the suicides. Why am I not jumping? What's going on here? Did I break the spacebar? Uh-oh. What is... Uh-oh. I'm not jumping. Ain't that, Huh. Well, that would have been the, quickest suicide of the night. I'd never had that happen to me before. I'll keep that in mind, Tora. Taurosis Rex. I thought that was a real... Is that a real thing? I feel like that's not. I never had that happen before. I feel like I put a pretty decent amount of hours into Hypsi at this point, too. That was weird. Ah. Gotcha. Is this jungle? Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. That's okay. Oh, you know? Is this jungle? Where the hell am I? I think maybe this cliff could kill me if I could get a little speed going. We'll see. We're risking it. No leg break. Oh, no, it's not going to kill me. Ain't going to do anything. Alright, never mind. No quick resets for me. Unless some kind soul hears me screaming and comes over and puts me out of my misery. I never noticed that little gap there in the jungle before. I don't think I'm gonna starve quicker because starving takes like if you're full health, starving takes something like nearly 10 minutes to kill you. It's really not fast. You can last a while, and I am going to die a lot quicker than that. Now, see, if it was Highlands, that's where it's worth it, because you could spawn pretty far away from anywhere to kill yourself at Highlands. But here, I can jump off this cliff, and if I survive the cliff, there's a river right next to it. And I could drown myself in the river. Well, right next to it's a strong term, but close enough. Surely. Surely. Oh. No, I slid! Well, now spitting out my food makes a little sense. Hold on, let me just... Real smart move here. Graze just a little bit to get my food up high enough to spit. I'm still gonna drown myself faster than I'd starve, but it's the thought that counts. Kind of surprised there are any owls here. That seems like a weird one to put into the audio here. I feel like any owls would get eviscerated by those stupid fucking pterodactyl. Oh, I still had stamina. That's awkward. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. 3-minute reset. Good lord. And again we go. Cyclical in nature. Oh wow. I love that last jungle spawn so much that the game gave me another. In almost the exact same spot too. This is like the same fucking spot. Okay. Thanks. So I can get swamp spawns 4 times in a row, not 5. 4 times in a row. I can get jungle spawns 2 or 3 times in a row. I can't get South Plain spawns more than once in every 15 attempts. Come on. A little brutal. But now I know if I want to jump off this cliff, I need to go a little further down the cliff. Or along the cliff edge, I mean. Obviously, I need to go all the way down the cliff. That's how falling works. I'm sure it's fine. See, I jumped off kind of like up here a little, didn't I? See if I jump off like... Yeah, I jumped off like here. But I think if I jumped off a little further up, it'd just be like... Oh. God damn it. Oops. Alright. Here we go. This'll be it. No, it's not it. Okay. Okay, this'll be it. Oh my good lord. I don't know why I even bother, man. Hypsy's not gonna die to any fucking cliffs today. I put 4 Hypsies in this river here. One might think that I'm insane. That's a mildly concerning noise to hear as soon as you spawn. A dying little juvie Herrera. I think it killed itself. I think I heard a juvie Herrera. No. What probably happened is it was probably already dead, and the game bugged out and made it do like a death sound. That's weird. I'm getting that bug more often now. See, that was a good call from Toro here. To press E to fix that glitch. Because it just happened to me again. Oh yeah, no way this dude just died. The game was just bugging out. Most of these streams are just me resetting, ain't they? I'm not having good luck. Oh, here's my good luck. Oh, and this was a great spawn too. It's a good spawn. This is in the running. This is absolutely in the running. I'll say that. So with this spawn right here, I'd say all I really need to get the record is some quick mushrooms and the patrol zone. And that's probably it. Oh yeah. So if I'm probably just gonna drop down the cliff. If there's mushrooms right there, I'm probably... Oh shit, I didn't get the... I wasted time, I totally forgot. I might not be in the running anymore. All that running I just did was a waste. I would say the two factors are how quick the patrol zone spawns and the mushrooms. Because with these spawns, I'm like, pretty much, okay, the patrol zone's already up. Alright, that's good. That's a great start. So yeah, if I just find mushrooms really quick, I'm set. My patience will be rewarded. And hopefully there's no juvie omnis in there to kill me this time. Granted, that run wasn't really... It was kind of in the running at start, but I took too long to find mushrooms. I wasn't really going to get the record off that one. I could have gotten a good time, but not the record. This one's definitely in the running. Or if that juvie Hera kills me, I guess. That is also within their character to do things like that. It's like two juvie Carnos spamming 2 calls somewhere over there. I think they're trying to group up and they're having some kind of issue. Oh. This is a little awkward. That's a little awkward. I'm just gonna run past you guys real quick. That Herrera had no fucking clue what was going on. That was a tiny little Herrera. That had to have been like a hatchling. Well. Let's see if I'm a little luckier this time. Oh yeah, this ought to be a good one. I didn't get the mushrooms very quickly, but I think there's still a chance. There's still a chance. My spawn was probably comparable to raptors, and the patrol zone's already spawned, so that's already like done with. So I think I'm in a pretty good spot here. But there's a lot of players here right now, so I just need to also not die. Suspicious footsteps, just barely audible. And this low stam Herrera that keeps sounding closer and closer. I don't see it in the tree above me, so that's a start. Am I worried about stream snipers? Not really. Odds are that anyone wanting to will have to sit through a queue first to begin with. But even if they don't, and they're like already in... Oh. Am I about to have a run ruined? I think I'm about to have a run ruined. Never mind, it's not coming over here. Yeah, I think odds are if somebody's in this server already, they probably didn't know about the stream. So if somebody wanted to stream snipe, they'd have to sit through a queue first. Even then, I'd like to think I'm at least a little bit capable of running and juking. It just kind of wastes my time a bit. 6:30. It'll be close. It'll be close. This is for the world record of the fastest grow in Avrima. The fastest grow on official servers, unassisted. That is what it is. The idea is to grow some critter as fast as possible. Hey, you can see my mouse up there. And Hypsi is the natural choice. And the current record is 10 minutes and 3 seconds to grow it to full. And I might be able to beat that right now. With just a little bit of not getting killed by whatever just made that noise. Are my foods here? Looks like maybe. Is there an S close? Alright. This might be a little tough. How am I growing to full in 10 minutes? Diet, my friend. A good diet. Just like a child in real life, you eat good, you grow up big and strong, but in this case, you grow up fast. I wish my S's spawned a little closer, but I think this might still be in the running. Oh, there's no nuts on the ground. Oh, that's so brutal. That's actually cripplingly brutal. I may not be able to win the record this time. Oh, there's pumpkin at least. Yeah, the food spawns are kind of spread out. Hypsi actually used to grow faster in the sense that it spawned in at 100% growth. But no, for actually like growing it, it's always been generally like 30 minutes. Hypsi's base grow time, I believe, is 30 minutes. But thanks to the power of diet, we have brought it down to 10 minutes with concerted effort. And I think that with just a pinch of luck, we can get it down under 10. Starting to think I'm not going to be beating the world record on this one here. For the longest growth. Well, the longest growth is going to be 30 minutes because that's its base grow time. You can't get any longer than that anymore. You used to be able to. They used to have the negative growth modifiers for when you had a really bad diet, so you could grow slower. But can't do that no more. Yep, no record. Might get a personal best though. So my personal best right now is 1033. So I might as well play this out, see what I get. Oh, where did my S-plant go? Huh? And I'm not even going to beat my personal best. That's unlucky. How close am I? Not very close. Unlucky. Yeah, I think I took a little too long to find the mushrooms. Yeah, 1045, that's not even my personal best. Ugh. Unlucky. Yeah, my spawn wasn't the best, but it was good. It was a reasonable spawn. I just didn't find mushrooms quick enough, and my food here was spread out a little too much. Like, if these lines were accessible, it would have brought my time down a lot. And if there was a agave or something right around here, that also brought it down quite a lot. Ooh. Close though, close though, close though. See, that was a decent run. Hey, you. Yes, kill me. Yes. No. Nope. Yes. Nope. There we go. That was the least aggressive galley ever. He didn't want to kill me. That was just the most chill galley ever. He was just totally fine with me spitting on him and whatnot. Ah, back to the swamp. Well, nearest water's this way. Back to the resets. So in 17 runs, only 2 of them were legitimate runs, and the rest of these have been resets. Oh shit, there's water right here. Hello, Amnesia. Just having fun, exercising, futility. My personal record's still 1033. I have not brought my personal best down. I have not had any good enough runs to even bring down my personal best. How unlucky is that? So I'm still a ways down. So the last time I streamed, I had very few workable spawns. It was mostly just resets. This one is starting to look a lot like the last one. It's going to be a lot of resets. I am not having good spawn luck. Ah, swamp again. Very nice. Ah, but very close to water. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of the same old. See, the first time I did this, I had way better spawns, and I've been punished ever since. The game decided I had it too good for too long. And now every time I stream, it's going to be a bunch of bad spawns, and I have to spend the bulk of it just resetting. Now that's a quick suicide. 31-second suicide. See if anyone can kill themselves quicker than that. Good lord. It really never ends. Oh, this pig. Oh, that pig's not coming over this way. It's getting further. Unlucky. Was there water this way? Where's that mud? It's nothing. Yeah, that's probably how this is going to go. Because I've gotten 2 in South Plains so far today. And both of them were at kind of the maximum limit of being possible contenders. But then both of them, I think they got kind of ruined from being bad mushroom spawns. In my first attempt, I also got killed by a juvie omni, but it was plainly not going to be a record run. It took me forever to find mushrooms. That second one, I did not get killed early, but I took a long time to find mushrooms, and the food spawns I had at the patrol zone were really spread out. So, I lost a lot of time. Would I consider it? You know, I think I would. I think I would, because they'll start posing other challenges. I think Hypsi, very quickly already, thanks to the efforts of a few other people, is already getting fairly optimized. So I'm not like a speedrun expert. I don't follow speedruns for other games with a long history of them and whatnot. You know, I'm not like a summoning salt or anything like that. But it's, right now, as the game currently is, Hypsi has the quickest possible time, but also like the tightest framework to get those times. So there's a lot less variety to it, and it's a lot more straightforward. Like, I already know that if I don't get a South Plains spawn, I might as well kill myself. There's just no point. Whereas, if I'm gonna try and speedruns, like, say, a Tenno or something, for example, its growth time is a lot longer, to where those, especially because nobody's really been optimizing it, it's a lot more open. You're going to get a lot more variety. It's still going to be the same kind of goal, you know, get to a sanctuary, get to food, and just jam on that food the best you can. You can't throw up to speed it up, but it's the same concept, but because it's a longer grow, those minute things don't matter as much. So I think that there's some interesting things to come of that. But for now, I want to take the record back, because I talked a lot of shit about this record, and if I don't get it back, I am going to look like even more of a fool than I normally look like. Speedrunning Dino sounds terrible. Oh, here's a spawn. It's worse than my last. So this is about the same spawn distance-wise as I had on my first one. So, not optimal. Not optimal. I don't think this one's a world record contender. I think this could be a personal best contender. I don't think this is going to be a world record contender. Not unless something unconventional happens here. Like, let's say this patrol zone spawns right on top of me here. Maybe I'll try and do the patrol zone Hypsi. Just skip the sanctuary step altogether. I mean, like, it's not like I'm gonna be sinking the world record anyways. Should I try that? Should I try just doing the patrol zone strategy rather than sanctuary? See if I can get that value. We'll find out in a second. Either way, the patrol zone kind of has to spawn first, and it's choosing not to. I do think it is pretty funny Hypsi's going to get its climb before Drow gets its burrowing. Like, I love playing Drya. and its burrowing would make it even more goofy to play. So I'd really like to see it. See, I think a nested category is probably where it's probably not going to be that interesting for Hypsi, I think, because I don't think nesting can beat Hypsi's normal time. But I think for a lot of other species, like say the longer grows, having like getting nested in by others, so you get a super, even though you start earlier, getting that much higher growth beforehand, and with the option of like planting. So if you have a family of tennos that park a nest right outside a sanctuary, like immediately outside a sanctuary, you could probably get some really cutting edge grow times that way with the deliberate effort. So yeah, that patrol zone did not feel like spawning for me. Well, I don't know. Let's see. If I like land on top of a mushroom, maybe this is in the running. Where's my little cliff? Here. See? Because mushrooms do spawn. Awkward. Mushrooms do spawn right here. Just not for me today. Oh, that's ominous sounding. That's really ominous sounding. Yeah, it would be counted. It would count as getting help, but... Oh. No big deal. That was an interesting hit he got on me. I was already past him on my screen. Yeah, being nested would have to be its own category, because it does break the rules of doing it by yourself. It needs to be its own separate thing. Because you can coordinate better with it, so you can get better times, but because like people playing by themselves cannot possibly compete with that, it'd have to be its own category. That was actually really... I don't know why I started that. There we go. It's actually really funny that that dibble just reflex killed me like that. That was a crazy hit. Some Juvie Maya 2 calling over here. I don't know what it's doing. But it's not coming any closer, so it's not going to help me suicide. What was it? I hear you. There we go. There we go. They got the message. He's grazing on my body. Carnivorous Maya. You see interesting things when you play this game enough. Swamp again? Oh yeah. There we go. It's weird how clear the ocean is and how dirty the rivers are. Yeah, that'd be... See, the swamp sanctuary is probably the best sanctuary you could ever spawn at for, like, anything. But none of the swamp spawns are remotely close enough to make that competitive. Especially because right after, once it, like, for this run in particular, you know, you need the patrol zone afterwards to get the food and whatnot. It's just... Yeah, it's just unfortunate. But say you wanted to like speedrun something else, like a Maya or something, or a Dryo, swamp spawn's really not half bad. That swamp sanctuary is pretty goated. I say as I hear goats when I spawn in. Once again at the swamp. Well, some of those spawns are like a little bit in from the beach, but not like nearly close enough. Certainly not for Hypsi, at least. But I know Dino, its spawns can be like right up against that sanctuary. Not like you can make any use of it, but still. I love running and jumping in the tall grass so I can drain my stamina to drown. Alright. I've already put a couple of Hypsies in this little lake too. Let me swim to this log. Nope. Pointless if I saved myself right there. Jungle? Yeah. I guess it's been a second since I got in the jungle. Oh yeah, that's like... There's no way to get to the sanctuary at Swamp without swimming some length of it. There is no plain land path you can take from any of these swamp spawns. Certainly not in any meaningful way. Because I guess there's like a land path if you like come from the northwest. But that's not where any of the spawns are. You'd be coming in as something else that spawned somewhere else. And then coming to swamp like that. Now here's a cliff that could probably kill myself. Honestly, at this point, I'd be half tempted to... That was an interesting little rubber band. Title this stream the suicide stream, but I think it'd get taken down for that. 25 runs and only 3 of them I did suicide. Oh? Maybe? Okay. Alright, so this is probably the best one I've gotten so far. I'd say this is the best spawn I've gotten so far. Let's get the good old photosynthetic real quick. Yeah, the extinction simulator. That's really what it is. So, this is my best spawn so far. If nothing kills me, I get to this cliff, and I get to a mushroom fairly quickly. Maybe, for once, on stream I can actually get the mushrooms to spawn right down at the bottom of the cliff, because they do spawn there. I have eaten mushrooms from that spot many times. If I just drop down right onto some mushrooms there, with this spawn, nothing kills me, and then I get up to this patrol zone, continues nothing to kill me, and my food spawns are not nearly as far apart as last time, this is a world record. This was a good enough spawn to be competitive. Oh, That said, I'm wasting a little time right now because I thought I could run up that rock. I could not. That just probably wasted like 3 or 4 seconds. You hate to see it. My gosh, is there enough things here? For 3 Herreras, 2 Troodons, 2 Stegos, a Sarah, 2 Omnis. Did I say Heras? I think I've heard 2 Heras. Man. We're actually stocking the sanctuary too. Alright. A little suboptimal pathing right there. Come on. Oh my gosh, I'm just not getting my good mushroom spawns. This is super brutal. Okay, 244. If I'm extremely lucky, maybe I can make something of this run. I probably wasted a good 6-7 seconds total so far just from pathing. Not the worst mushroom spawn, but not the good mushroom spawn either. Look at this cute little guy. Sea Hypsies are real cute. It's a shame that I keep suiciding them so much, because they are very adorable. Oh, there's Troodon right next to me. Aw. Be nice. Be nice. See, you can be nice. You can choose not to kill. I'm totally not gonna win this run now, though. That'd be crazy if this ended up being the world record in the end somehow anyways. I messed up my pathing several times and I got attacked by a Troodon. It bit me in the ass. Sounds like the Troodon is encountering some Juvie Omnis. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are in stealth mode. Well, this Omni's a little bit... I think he... You know what? I think this Omni just happened to eat another Omni is what's going on here. Oh, never mind. I don't know what he was doing. Would that have been? I don't know. I think if I pathed a little better to begin with, that could have been in the running. But I think I messed up a little too much early on anyway. That one probably wasn't going to be it. I don't think I exactly got robbed. Oh, well, I'm about to get robbed of a whole lot of time. Wait, hold on. I learned my lesson. I know a more consistent spot to kill myself. I should go there. I do have negative 15. The thing was, like, that was a good spawn. I think if I pathed a little better, and then if I didn't get killed by the Omni, that could have been a world record. But I didn't path better, so it killing me really just kind of did me a favor, I guess. See, if this was a horde test right here, I can get that deer to kill me. That'd speed things up a little bit. Look how dark it is without night vision. It's crazy how dark this game gets. Random. They did do Troodon dirt. I think it needed to be slowed down a little bit because it was just goofy and nonsensical. But man, they hit it a little too hard, I think. Because what is it? It's like 13 or something? 13 kilometers an hour? Like, I'm faster than it. 12. Fresh spawn Hypsi's faster than fresh spawn Troodon now. And Troodon kind of needs it because it at least has to get around the map to get to food and stuff. Hypsi could just graze. I think they hit Troodon a little too hard over the head with that one. Juvie Maya also needed its speed nerfed, but they also hit it really hard over the head too. Juvie Maya spawns in at like what, 17? I think Beppy's still slower. Juvie Beppy is slow. Juvie Dibble's really slow too. Oh no, not Highlands again. The cruelty never ends. Yeah, Troodon does not need to be that slow. Like, it needed to get slowed down. It didn't need to have that manic crackhead energy at that size. But it still needs to be able to get around. Really? It's 15? That's kind of surprising. I mean, that's still slow, but that's faster than I thought. I guess, man, Juvie Troodon being the slowest Juvie sounds insane when you say it out loud. It really didn't need to be that nerfed. Poor thing. Well, it's especially kind of weird, too, because they also buffed the shit out of Troodon in the Horde test, too. Like, adult Troodon is stronger than it has ever been. It's insanely strong. But its Juvie stage is insanely weak. And it's already a weak Juvie. It's already an incredibly weak Juvie. but now it's weak and cripplingly slow. So it cannot run away from anything, it cannot run anything down for food, and it cannot get across the map in any meaningful time to scavenge. So that's what's really brutal about it. The gimping its ability to scavenge food as a juvie. Juvie Troodons have a real risk of starving right now. Well, not right now, but in the horde test. I'm an outspoken one of this. I think Troodon, even right now, like live branch Troodon, is way stronger than people take it for, and stamina is way less of an issue than people take it for. And what? There's eight people watching right now. I'm gonna let you all in on a very good secret, and you don't even have to keep it to yourselves. You can tell people. Not enough people use it, but the trick with Troodon is that if you have prey that seems like they're going to run, and you're in a pack of Troodon, doesn't matter how many are in your pack. Let's say as little as even just 2. Maybe not as good with 2, but let's say 3. Whatever pack of Troodon you're in. You just have one of them jump on the prey and just stay on it. Just stay on it. They jump on it, they don't let go, they don't pounce off. Nobody else pounces it. Just let it run out. Because just one Troodon, because multiple I don't think compounds it. So there's no benefit to having multiple do this. But you have one Troodon jump on them, and if they aren't standing still, like if they're sprinting at all, their stamina is going down. And if they're bucking, if they decide to try to buck the Troodon off, their stamina is going down even faster. They will demolish their stamina if you just let one Troodon get a piggyback ride on them at the start of the hunt. And you don't have to necessarily run their stamina down to 0. You know, there's a lot of factors. You might need to jump off to avoid certain things, or you might actually get bucked off, or who knows what. But you just sick one Troodon on your target and let it run their stamina down significantly, the rest of the pack is going to tear them to pieces. It's very beautiful. It's obviously, you know, when you're playing with random people and there's limited coordination and whatnot, but it is very capable, even right now with its current stam costs, at outstamming things when you use it in a very deliberate ways. It has the weapons it needs to bring anything down. You just have to access them. Troodon is like giving somebody a fully disassembled gun and expecting them to kill something with it. They're not going to do a very good job unless they know what they're doing and they put it together first. I feel like that's a pretty good analogy for it. You have the tools there, you just have to make it work. You just have to utilize it. And it can be difficult. In Troodon's case, you have to rely on other people, which means if it's random people, it's kind of a compounding issue. But let's say you're playing with some buddies in a Discord call or something, Troodon becomes lethal. I still think it's one of the most lethal things in the game. Oh, beautiful spawn, I guess. The kind of spawn that we like to see. For killing ourselves, at least. No, what I'm saying is, like, the method I was talking about is you just dedicate one Troodon to pouncing something and staying on it. No dismounting, no working the venom or anything. They just pounce on it and they just stay on it for as long as they reasonably can without getting killed. And your prey's only option at that point to not nuke their own stamina is to stand still. So either they have to stand still, and still lose stamina, by the way. They'll still lose stamina for it, but they won't, like, obliterate their stamina. It has to sit there. Oh. Well, I think that not depends on the size so much as how much they run. Because if they don't really run, the strategy doesn't really work that well. But at the same time, if they don't really run, you could just hunt them normally. It's kind of, you got to put them in that, like, catch-22. If they're a runner, doing the piggyback ride will obliterate their stamina and make them vulnerable. If they're not a runner, you don't really need to obliterate their stamina in the first place. See, I don't know about those numbers. It's been a minute since I've hunted Tenno, but the last time I did, and so Troodon's been buffed like 3 or 4 times since then. It was me and 2 other Troodons, and we hunted 2 Tennos, and we killed one of them. Just fine. Without any of us running our stam to 0. And it worked because the Tenno didn't run away. They didn't, like, utilize anything. They wanted to sit there and fight us, probably because they were bored or whatever. And this is how long ago this was. This is back when it was Old East Plains. So, back when it was East Plains, not like a jungle with a lake there or anything. And these were adult Tenno. Troodon does a lot of damage. You just have to manage its stamina. And if your prey is smart, you have to manage your prey's stamina. And that's where it'll get you. Managing other people's stamina is pretty difficult. Oh, where the hell is this spawn? Oh, okay, still swamp. It'd be hard. It's hard. It's one of those conversations that's kind of hard for me to explain it without video evidence, because it's going to sound incredulous to a lot of people who have not had that experience that I've had with it. Like, I'm sure you're kind of like thinking I'm bullshitting you a little here, because Troodon does struggle with it. It's not easy. It's not quite as simple as I'm making it sound. But I promise you, it has the tools already to do it. And Horde Test Troodon really has the tools. It's effectively got double its stamina in the Horde Test. So it has the same tools, but more opportunities is the way to look at it. I just heard a Troodon die. Oh, is this a good spawn? Maybe. This is kind of the same distance as my last South Plains spawn. Oh man, you are optimistic. So I don't think it'll be good at hunting Rexes, because you know what? I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, because from what we saw with Dondi's stream, it was stupid fast, and was very big very quickly. But it, despite being a juvie, because, you know, juvies normally have, like, infinite stamina, it looked like its stamina was actually pretty low. Like, for a juvie. Like, really low for a juvie. Like, you can actually, like, you see me sprinting right now, and that stam bar is barely tapping anything. It's barely moving. I've been sprinting this entire time. Nothing. But you'd actually see Juvie Rex, when he was running with it, its stam bar was actually going down. So I think Troodon might actually be, like, it'll probably outrun them very quickly into its grow, but it could actually probably get run down pretty well. I think, oh yeah, I haven't heard that either, too. It probably is a bit too fast. There's, you know, obviously not the numbers we're going to get, but I think Troodon is going to be better when Rex gets bigger. So like a big Juvie Rex. And it'll have more health. It'll have more health to have to, you know, work its way through. But I think it will be a lot more... Oh no, I'm wasting so much time. It'll be a lot more capable of it because it'll have less stamina. Come on. Oh, brutal. I cannot get a good mushroom spawn to save my life. This could have been it. Oh. Oh no, I ignored that, like, growth percentage, to be honest. Because that stuff's, like, from what I could tell, whenever Dondi is, like, shown stuff in, like, its stat screen, the growth has always been buggy when he's showing him that early. Oh. A Juvie Hera just killed me. I just got pounced. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That was a run contender right there. A Juvie Herrera found me in the dark and got me. Unlucky. Oh, that's pretty demoralizing. I'm 30 runs in, and only 4 of them have been real attempts. Let's do one more. Seems you guys have been kind of winding down to begin with. I imagine it gets a little bit boring to see me kill myself over and over. Let's do one last attempt. Yeah, pretty much. I think that was a Juvie Herrera. I mean, if it was an adult Herrera, that'd be kind of funny, because it'd take damage for that and wouldn't have gotten nearly enough food to be worth it. Alright, where did I spawn? Nowhere good, nowhere good. In the jungle. Well, so it shall be. So it shall be. Good lord. Do you guys even hear me over this rain? Holy shit. Yeah, this has just become borderline unwatchable. I don't blame you guys. It's already like 9 o'clock my time. I think we're gonna call it with this suicide. The immersion. Yeah, see, if I was playing this game as intended, this would be very immersive, I suppose. You know, very immersive where I can't see shit and I can't hear shit. Oh yeah, I also hate it too. Trike grows so obscenely fast. I don't know. Trike grows like they didn't play test it at all internally. Like, maybe that's a bit mean of me to say that. A little unfair. Because after all, I'm not a developer. I don't know exactly how much goes into it, how much effort, how many hours QA is put into it. But it feels like we basically got it pre-alpha. Like, it grows at a very unusual and counterintuitive rate, and it was missing so many things when we got it. It was missing so much audio. Oh yeah, no, so Trike hits 6 tons at 40% growth. Or a little over 40% if I'm remembering right. Oops, I didn't run my stamina out. Awkward. See, I don't know how their their development went for Legacy and stuff like that, but Trike is kinda nonsense with its grow. Like, it's supposed to be big, it's supposed to be strong, but its grow time isn't long enough in my opinion, my humble opinion, and it grows out of its weak and vulnerable size way too quick. It spends almost no time vulnerable. Gosh, a baby trike's only got to be alive for like 10 or 15 minutes to become borderline unkillable by any solo critter, like any solo carnivore currently in the game. Isn't that kind of crazy? It takes no time at all for those things to get fat. And also, because they have high damage, it takes no time for them to get a high damage either. Ah, that was kind of a lame one. I'm gonna do one more. Come on, let's go until I get another South Plain spawn. I want one more real attempt. Oh, is it Highlands? Yes. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just called it a night. I should have said, screw you guys, I'm going to bed. Oh, this is ridiculous. 33 runs of misery. I can't even see where I'm supposed to kill myself. I think Trike needs to be weaker a lot longer. And I think Rex needs to be weak very long too. Granted, Rex size is less important for Rex anyways, because it's going to be fast when it's young, and Trike is just never going to be fast. So there's kind of like an argument to saying that Rex should grow a little quicker, because fast kind of equates to safe, you know? In a way. Like, Gally's not very tanky, but it's so fast that nothing's really... It's very safe to play. It's very safe to grow. So Rex kind of... Maybe not if it keeps its freaking Galley speed, but even if it's still, like, relatively fast, where it can avoid a lot of dangers, it's not going to be difficult to grow. So having Rex stay small longer... It seems counterintuitive, but that might actually make it easier to grow. Because it gives them more opportunities to get like a good diet before they grow too big to be able to run away from things. See, I agree too. I think Apexes need to have absolutely no mercy in their growth. And I do mean no mercy. I think they need to have a growth that is long enough and difficult enough for the growth itself to be a deterrent to players to play it. Like the first barrier to entry on these Apexes should be the difficulty and length of their growth. Because if they're easy to grow and they grow quickly, everybody's going to play them. There will be no reason not to. Like, there won't be that basic filter. Just everyone will be Apex. All my Hypsi bodies are still here. But that's the thing. Right now, Dibble and Trike at the same weight. It's not even close, especially now that Trike can spar. Trike is way stronger at Dibble's size than Dibble is. It's just that it's slower. It's not as fast. But it's stronger. It hits way harder. Do I do one more, chat? I do one more. It's like gambling. Maybe I'm going to hit it big and get a South Plain spawn. No. Alright, we'll call this one the last one. Because I do need to get off at some point here. I know, right? It'd be a waste of $2. I don't buy lottery tickets, and this is exactly why. I'm not a lucky guy. If I was lucky, I wouldn't need to buy lottery tickets in the first place, right? Yeah? Same thing. If I was lucky, I wouldn't need to spawn 34 times. I just get South Plains. It's kind of a shame I didn't get any of the primo South Plains spawns. So, there is a South Plains spawn that really is like right above that cliff going into the sanctuary, so it would take no time at all to get in the sanctuary. I have gotten it before, but I have like never gotten it when I need to. Like I've gotten it just like playing the game normally. None of my attempts have had it. If I had it, I'd already have this record down to 9 minutes something by now. If any of the others who've been running it, Raptor and Alice, I think there's probably some others, but those are the two I'm thinking off the top of my head. If they got it, they'd probably have the record down into the 9 minutes by now as well. What is that in the water? Who knows? Just enough. See, bad luck is still some kind of luck, so I guess depending on how you look at it, I'm still a lucky guy. I think I'll call it for now. 34 attempts is pretty fair shake, I think. But I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Say goodbye, chat. I hope you all have a good rest of your evening. And ideally, I'll do this again next weekend. I wanted to do it last weekend. I was just too burnt out, too tired from, work, life, whatnot. I did not muster the energy for it. But ideally, next weekend, I should be good for it. And we'll try again. So, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for watching me kill myself 34 times. Well, 30 times, but we don't do math here.